আপনারা দেখছেন কমিউনিটি ম্যাটার্স।
সৌজন্যে মাহবুব অ্যান্ড কো অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টস।
Welcome back to Community Matters. This evening we're talking about the NTV European International Carrom Tournament. We have a couple of new guests with us. I welcome Martin Young from East End Homes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. And further to my left, I think a fairly familiar face on NTV.
To you.
Mahbub Mushed from Mahbub & Co Accountant. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Maybe a good place to start, Mahbub. Why are you supporting this particular tournament, Carrom competition? And are you a mean Carrom player yourself?
No, I don't play Carrom, to be honest. Not recently. Back home, of course, I don't know anybody who never played Carrom in their lifetime who are from Bangladesh. But I was a keen player back home. But after coming up abroad, we don't have time here.
I think one of the beauty of the Carrom game is, as we talked about earlier, it is something that everyone can participate, whether you're young or old,
Absolutely.
whether you're a man or a woman. And I've seen it's a very family-oriented game.
Absolutely, that's the word, the family-oriented game. Because I was very keen, as I said, I was very keen Carrom player in family, yeah, within the house really. And one stage, my father banned this game from my house.
You played
because
too much.
I was playing too much. And I remember then my maternal uncle, we call Mama, he promised that he'll buy a Carrom for me, Carrom board, if I get scholarship in junior scholarship. So I got the scholarship, but never got the board because somehow my father
Found out.
no, my father told my maternal uncle not to buy the board for me, so I never had it. By the time I had the board, I have grown up really.
And I think if we were kids in this country now, it's almost the equivalent of one of the PlayStations or something. You know, if you
Yes,
think
that's what I was
about
going to say, because this game lost some kind of popularity since this technology came indoor, because this is the indoor game.
Yes.
It's no doubt, and it's family-oriented game.
But if the weather is good, I remember playing outside in Amadar Utane.
Yeah, to be honest, even I've got one Carrom board in my London house.
Yes.
So still I've got Carrom board in the house, but that definitely that technology taken away the popularity of this game.
Okay, so
Because
tell us a little bit.
my son, my daughter, they don't play.
A little bit more about your accountancy firm and why you are supporting this particular community.
The thing is that supporting, that's the main thing. It's nothing to do with accountancy. I'm not getting any client, hopefully not from them. But it's supporting because it's something cultural, I have to say. It's a cultural, and even anything cultural, we need to practice here as well. Even a Carrom board is an indoor game. If it is popular in Bangladesh, then we should promote here as well.
Sure.
It's a kind of cultural support really, encouraging people to keep that game alive, to be honest. And I was reading the history of this, to be honest, because I didn't know much about it. I played. It was first invented in 1889 in America by a person called Henry Husky, I believe his name, 1889. He was a school teacher. And
where was he a school teacher? In America or
in
somewhere
America,
else?
in America.
Okay.
And that's how the game started. But
how did he get to South Asia?
because I think somehow there's a big gap in history. 1889 invented America, but to be honest, in 1935, first tournament was held in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
1935 for Carrom, and 1958 India and Sri Lanka jointly formed that international Carrom board, Carrom tournament, and that's how it's going on.
Thank you, Mahbub. I'll come back to you a bit later. Let's talk to Martin. Have you ever played, Martin?
No, but I've come fairly close to playing,
Fairly
and
close.
I think Anna
Hopefully
will get
soon
me.
you'll
get me
have a
at
go.
it at
So tell
some
me a
stage.
little bit about East End Homes and the areas that you cover and why you're particularly supporting this.
Well, we're a sort of sister organisation to Mike Tyrrell's
Okay.
organisation. East End Homes has 3,689 homes in Tower Hamlets, and we're trying to do at least 300 more in our lifetime for the council to allocate to people in housing need on the waiting list. And we have lots of people who play carom board, and we have as one of our residents the 8 times European champion living right there on one of our estates.
Pretty impressive.
So we're very proud of him, and we're very proud of the contribution that carom board makes to, people having a good time in their leisure time.
Okay. And is there any particular reason why, like I said, in terms of supporting this program as opposed to other things going on, and what sort of other things are you supporting in the community that's very similar?
I mean, registered providers of affordable housing, social housing in anywhere try and do as much as they can to give people a quality of life in addition to providing them with decent homes. And we've got people who have cookery classes, we've got people making clothes, we've got people running informal libraries in corners of our estates.
Have you supported any other carom events in the past?
I think we have in previous year. Yes, we have. Yes, it's
Let me come back to Anna. We did say we're going to very briefly look at the difference between, say, where we play informally at home to an international tournament. Give me some idea of some of the small differences.
Okay, first of all, I will come back to your point, but first of all, I like to go and do the thank you for the sponsor who are not with us today, but also the sponsoring to this.
Sure. Who are your supporters?
Canary Wharf supporters and our sponsor, and especially Zakir Bhai, Zakir Khan. Also, we have a sponsor, Silver Service, which is Shuaib Chaudhry help us.
What do they do?
They're catering
catering?
Catering service. They're doing very well nowadays for catering service, especially in our communities.
Sure.
So and also Mem Sahab, the Indian restaurant, sponsor us, which is I worked there for last 17 years.
We've got lots of people in the community who are based in the community who are supporting you.
Yes.
Yeah?
And especially thanks to the Midul Kanti Dash about sponsoring this tournament. And he's been helpful for last 10 years also. He's been helping us to
So this tournament that you're doing, have you done this before? Is this the first time you're doing this?
This
European
sort of scale,
yeah.
We are doing it this time. It's a very fast time, but we have done it, the standing one, massive one before, but not the international format one.
Okay. So what made you want to do this time then?
Because of promoting the international carom.
Okay.
Because international carom is dying nowadays.
Okay, and you want
to... we like to rise up this game, and we can introduce this game to our community and local people to encourage, to bring more people and train more people, so we can, in the near future, we can produce good players to compete to the Europe, throughout the world.
I think we've established that a lot of us have in the past played, or people who are watching, they will have played at some point. So what is the major difference, going back to...
I'm going back to major differences is only point difference.
Okay, so how does the point work?
And rules different. One is the standing one is you have to win the 29 points to have your game. And the red coin, which is 5, and one of the other white or black we call, is one of each.
Okay.
So, but in the sitting down one, as the red one is a 3 point, and other is 1 of each point.
Okay.
And the game is 25.
25, just slightly.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the standing one, there is no time limit.
Okay.
You can play as long as many board you can play.
Okay.
But the sitting one, the international one format, you have to be 8 board. So 4 each break to each player.
Okay. And whoever's got the highest
point, that's it. And it has to be played within every shot has to be played within 15 seconds.
Okay.
Right? And in 1 hour time, the game is finished.
So whoever's got the most point wins.
Well, he has to win it. If
Should be
someone can
interesting.
cross the over, that's fine.
What happens if somebody doesn't
At each
strike
point,
within
end of
5
the
seconds?
end of the time, maybe there
We
is
go
another one board
Okay.
to finish
So
it.
Michael, we can't enter the tournament.
No.
Can we at least go in? Are you planning to go and watch?
I'm planning to go watch on the Sunday because it's the weekend of my birthday, so I've got family celebrations on the Saturday. And I'm really looking forward to it. But it's an interesting point that was made earlier in terms of like going back to people's roots and because I was reading on Facebook the other day, and I don't know if we want to quote Facebook, but Wise Islam, a former councillor in the borough, was saying it's Bengali New Year. This was on Monday, and he feels there's a number of people in the community are not celebrating Bengali culture enough.
Yeah.
And we discussed that today at the Bengali New Year party we held at Tarling Street Community Centre. So it's interesting that a couple of guests have mentioned that, and one of Anna's aims is to bring that
back
up.
people, especially
Bring
and a
up
lot
the
of people
get together
who,
and send the message to people so people can aware of it. Farooq bhai, can I go through with my sponsor again? I left you of them, but I don't want to be left out anybody.
Okay.
We have to talk about everyone because they really help us.
Okay.
Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
So I am going to Impress Media, one of our sponsors, and Koyas Bhai, he is helping us as well.
Okay.
He is a great sponsor as well. Thank you to him as well. And
I think we'll,
Robin Paul is another one of my...
let's talk about a bit more how some of these people have helped, other than the financial help that you might possibly
no,
get. I mean, what are they doing?
not
This is
only for the financial one, but they are helping is morally and socially as well.
Okay.
They always provide advice. I go to them as a friend, like Martin Young, he is here, Murshid Bhai is here, Mike Tyrell is here. I always go and ask for the advice because the experience they have, which is I haven't. The experience I have, they haven't. So as a living together in one platform, we have to cooperate with each other. We need to help each other to live together to make this society better. So therefore, I go to my sponsor not for only money, the additional help as well and support. The support is the best thing. So I like to special thanks to the Robin Bhai, which is General Auto Services. He's been helpful for so long, and he always helps me. Thank you very much again.
okay. Michael, just going back here. Did you say you're coming with your family?
I'm with the family weekend because of his birthday, but I'm attending the finals and the closing ceremony on a Sunday.
Brilliant.
Really
We're
looking
going
forward
to
to it.
just take a very short break. When we come back, we will continue this conversation. So this evening, we are discussing NTV European International Carom Tournament. Please do stay with us. We'll be back very shortly.
আপনারা দেখছেন কমিউনিটি মেটার্স।
সৌজন্যে মাহবুব অ্যান্ড কো অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টস।